Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, oh yeah, la, when you he replies day and night. Oh yeah, la, when you he replies day and night. Oh yeah, all his name. He replies day and night. Oh yeah, la, when you call upon his name. He replies
Hi,
day
good
and
morning.
night. Oh yeah, la, when you call upon his name. He replies day and night. Oh yeah, la, when you call upon his name. He replies day and night. Oh yeah, la, when you call upon his name. Hey guys, I'm excited, I tell you, because I have a special guest all the way from Australia, guys. You know, I'm talking about the one and only Tarisai Vushe, all the way from Australia, guys. It's amazing. She's gonna be telling us all about what God is doing in her life currently. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah. I see you, I see you, I see you. I'm just gonna wait for everybody to join this conversation, right? Yeah, yeah. He replies day and night. Oh yeah, la, when you call upon his name. He replies day and night. Oh yeah, la, when you call up. Amen. He replies
He
day and
replied,
night.
day
Oh
and
yeah,
night.
la, when you call upon his name. Oh, yeah, yeah. He replies. Amen. He replies when you call upon his name. You know, I can sing this song for the whole day, you know? It's amazing when I tell you. Hello? Yes, let's do this. Teresa, how are you doing?
I'm good,
How are
thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, man. You know what? I'm excited because I'm ecstatic because I can hear you so perfectly, you know, without any issues. These days technology and internet, you know, can mess up the whole thing, you know. Devil
Sometimes.
is a liar, girl. We here, we doing it. You know, what is good? The energy, you know? Yeah, no, we good.
Yeah, how are you?
I must I must behave, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine here in South Africa. It has been very hot, you know, so I always have this energy all the time. It doesn't matter the
Yeah,
weather, dude. You know, I'm always like this. I think it's who I am, the personality. But it has been it has been a good day. It has been a very productive day, a very long day. It's interesting, but I'm loving it. You know, yeah, it's well up at two. You know, thank you so much. You know, we're here to celebrate you in South Africa. You know, I'm so impressed with you, to be honest with you. I'm not biased, but it is what it is, you know. So yeah, these
yeah.
guys have a best on me, you know. Yeah, so I think you've done well for yourself, you know.
Very
So
much.
yeah, and also can I also declare and say this. You know, here it's all about having a conversation, really. You've done so many interviews in your life, you know. Here it's just having a conversation, really. You know, so just be
Yeah,
you, you know, just be you, and honesty is everything. It's like you're talking to another. friend of yours, like your neighbor around the corner. So it is what it is. So that's that's the vibe here. You know what I mean? So yeah. But I just want to say thank you so much for honoring our invitation.
You're welcome.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. You are a blessing to the world. So I'm actually excited. To hear what God is doing in your life. So yeah. So we're here to celebrate you, girl. We're here to celebrate you, girl. I'm talking to a superstar all the way from. It is what it is from Australia, guys. Yes. We can talk about one of your songs. I mean, really, we can talk about your songs. Mighty God, guys, you're wasting time, guys. Please, right now, no procrastination. Check the song. It's available on your YouTube channel. You've got amazing music on your YouTube channels, guys. So people that are encouraged, I do want to encourage people to do that. Mighty God, set me free. What a songwriter and a singer she is, guys. I mean, really, revive us, Oh, man. So check those songs, guys. Check those videos. It's amazing. Well packaged, well executed. Everything about those videos and, everything. It's really amazing. Can I just encourage you guys to, check out those videos. Yeah. So yeah, talk to us. Coming back to you, Minister Tarisai, I want to check with you. What is your station? Oh, first, before we even go there, have you been to South Africa before?
Of course, we always pass through. South Africa is like next door to Zimbabwe, so we always pass through SA. Yeah,
nice.
I've got family that lives in SA actually. From my
wow.
dad's side, so we're always in SA. Yeah. Well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Interesting, I tell you. What about exactly in South Africa? Have you been to Cape Town, Joburg, Durban?
No, Joburg, actually, just Joburg. I've been to. Where is Free State? What town is that? Just before you get to Lesotho border.
Yes.
I've been there before. Very far though. Very far.
Yeah, it is. It is because I'm thinking right now while you are speaking, maybe Swaziland. There's Swaziland also. Free State as well. Twa, that. Yeah. So yeah, no, it's really amazing. Thank you so much. This is good. I mean, it's good music to my ears. It's good that you beat to SA. You're familiar. Yes. Obviously, probably you've never. When was the last time you were here? Was it probably 2 years back, 3 years back, 4 years back? Can you recall?
2018, actually. 2008.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Okay, nice. So originally you're from Zimbabwe. You are Zimbabwean. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Girl, do you speak Shona, girl? Do you speak Shona? Just checking, no pressure, Do you speak Shona? I love Shona. With me, I'll be honest with you. I love languages. I love languages. I can't speak it, but I love languages. I love Chichewa. I love Twi. I love Shona. I love Zulu. Hey, dude, you don't understand. I just love cultures and I just love people. I'm all about that, So, yeah, man, I'm actually excited. And also, yeah, so obviously you are a family. I don't know. I don't want to assume. You can confirm. Do you listen to our South African gospel music? Do you know any? Who do you listen to? Who do you listen to, girl?
I listen to more of American, to be honest. I love Dr. Benjamin.
Ooh,
I love Dr.
You're speaking to my heart right now. And Togo Zimbabwe.
Yes. I love them too.
No, they're doing very well, I must be honest. In fact, these are global artists, man. Dr. Tommy, what
Joyous Celebration.
Oh, those ones, now, girl, you talk. Now you are talking. No, I'm kidding. I mean, really.
My go-to in South Africa. My go-to, like in terms of gospel. Yeah,
no, I'm with you. I get you 100%. We're talking about Joyous. I think last time I was listening to Joyous 24. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, they've done well. They're still relevant. And their music has been loved everywhere. I think that what is amazing about everything is that the brand now it's growing. It has grown. it's going now, you know? Yeah, so which is good, which is really good. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so impressed with you. I mean, you never disappoint, man. You're so informed. You're so informed, girl. You're so informed. You know, I love that. You know, you listen to Dr. Tombi, you listen to Joyas, you know, you listen to
favorite.
Dogos on Bambo. You know, I think that I think you know what? I'm excited because I think that is very important that now we are being informed about what's going on in our spaces, even abroad. You know what I mean? It's amazing what is happening currently right now in the gospel industry. You know what I mean? I mean, you see Nigerian doing amazing things in Ghana. You see, you know, Australian guys doing amazing things, amazing, you know, in Zambia, everywhere, in Africa, everywhere, you know, in South Africa. It's amazing, I tell you. It's amazing, you know. So, yeah, talk to us on a serious note now. What is your stage name? And also, can you just tell us about your musical journey? You know, yeah. Just give us a picture, you know, yeah, in a nutshell.
Well, that's like, wow, I can't say it's all over the place, but it's very long. Obviously, I've always just used my birth name as Tarisai since now, and it's hard to change because everyone, like when introduced into the music industry, I was introduced with just my original name, and I thought about it, and people were like, no, my previous manager was like, this is too unique, so you can't change it. I mean, always gonna be one Tarisai, and it's always been her. I don't know if there's anybody else. Hello.
That's right. I love that. I love that. Yeah, the original. You know. No, I love that. I love that. Keep it like that.
I guess when my daughter comes, I'll give the TV Junior. But anyway, so I mean, I came from a background. I started singing when I was 3, when I was still in Zimbabwe. Obviously, there's not many. I can't say we're kind of like a musical family, like in terms of my mom's side. My mom's sister was a singer, but she never really pursued it. She's late now, so it was just me. So I started singing at the age of 3. When I settled in Australia at the age of 14, I just music more than sport, and I found myself getting my first record deal, and then continued to Australian Idol, finished all that, moved along, changed to gospel, got signed to Disney. I started doing music theater so I could transition secular to, you know, to gospel. So music theater was just like that border. That was great. And I really being a music theater performer, I enjoy it so much. So I'm a Christian artist now, and it has been the best decision I've ever made because I was called anyway. So that's where I belong. So that's been my musical journey. But in between that, there's so many stories, a lot of things happening there. You know, the transition, I can't say it was easy. It was very, very hard. And a lot of testimonies in there. So that's my musical journey. And a lot of people always ask, why did you transition from secular to, you know, to Christian? And they don't understand that I'm called actually by force. And I can't, it wasn't me that made it. God, circumstances, he made life tougher until I yielded to say, okay, fine, I give up. I'm here. So that has been my musical journey. And I can say I'm really grateful for where I've been and where I am right now. It's been an absolute journey. Yeah.
Wow. What an interesting journey, you know? It's amazing because I think, you know, you spoke about the transition. You know, you previously you did secular music, now you're a gospel singer. You know, you're a superstar, you know? And I thank you for that, for listening to that voice. You know, change is very painful, you know what I mean? I know it wasn't easy to let go and also to embrace that change because you know what, to be honest with you, some of the guys, they've been stuck with you, you know, and can I actually say maybe they've become so emotionally attached with your music, you know what I mean, for some time. Now, what do you do now? You know what I mean? You have to make a decision and be decisive. What to keep them or to let go? You know what I mean? So but you're doing very well, honestly. I'm glad that you made that decision because it's not about us. It's really about, you know, who are you serving? It's really about the person that you are serving right now. It's all about God. So you made that decision, and I'm glad. And you're doing very well. Now we're talking.
it's a matter of life and death too, because
Yeah.
people understand that when you there's certain people that have been marked like for ministry like so
Yes.
much. It's either you take it or you don't have a
Yes.
choice of taking it or leave it, because if you don't,
Mm,
some of us would have died if
yes.
we hadn't taken it.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
true.
It's out.
True.
You're demanded. It's like you're like the enemy is like chasing after you, like your life. If you
True.
dare make a mistake, you're gone.
Mm,
So
yes.
certain people, of course, people would be like, "Oh, why did you swap from secular music to Christian music?" But they don't understand that you're being chased
The
about,
the bigger
and
picture.
you get. And some people think you're actually dumb, you're not smart for,
Mm, yeah.
but they don't know
Mm,
what's beyond or what's behind the situation,
mm,
the things
I'm
that
with
you're
you.
experiencing. They just see a face, and probably they see the glass.
Mm,
Oh, why would she leave this and blah blah blah? But they actually don't understand that, you know what, when you're cold and there's nothing you can do about it. You just at the end of
mm,
the day yield to the to the
mm,
cause that upon your life, and it's a matter of life and death. If you don't do it and you go out,
exactly.
you're on.
Mm,
So, but you know what, I'm really grateful to God for saving my life, and
mm,
being supportive and still being patient, because when you're being called and you keep denying it and running away,
mm,
there are a lot of things that you encounter and you endure. A lot of, I can't begin to explain horrific things that I've
mm,
seen out there and that I've experienced. But God has still
mm,
been patient, and He has still been faithful, and also just giving me a chance to this journey called life. I
mm.
mean, and I'm still alive, and well, the best is yet to come, and I'm really excited. Like, I know
Yeah,
I
you
don't
are.
need to show, I'm excited.
I, you don't. You here because you're a superstar. I'm being honest with you. No, we're here to celebrate. Honestly, I'm glad. I'm glad that you're embracing that change. You're embracing that change, and you are in a good space. You are really in a good space mentally. You are doing very well. Honestly, I think just embrace it. We're here to support you, man. You've done well, honestly. And the evidence is there, guys. Do the right thing, guys. Let's do this. Check out the music videos, free music videos. Mighty God, set me free and revive us. The songs are actually available on Spotify, everywhere, on social media, everywhere, guys. They're actually available. So stream it and download it. Mighty God, and set me free and revive us. Let's do this. So talk to us. What type of gospel music are you into? Is it worship, praise, or is it contemporary gospel music? Yes. What type
I'm
of?
everywhere. I'm actually everywhere. I think I'm all over the
Yes.
place.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I love people. It depends with my mood. I change. Like
Yes.
my
Mm-hmm.
single that I'm starting to record next week. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very late. I think I was the laziest artist in 2022. There was a whole lot of things going on. I was very lazy, so I didn't get to record my single. But anyway, guys,
Ah,
it's getting into the studio next week. Finally, it's a very
mm,
different field from what I've done before. So
oh,
I won't say what it's like, but obviously
yes, I'm with
it's
you. Mm-hmm.
different. Yeah, it's really different. It's not even worship. It's absolutely different. Very
Oh,
different from what I've done before. So it depends. It depends my
mm,
mood. I love worship. I really love worship, but
mm,
I love it as well. So what's coming is not even a worship song anyway. It's a different thing, because
right.
I want to branch out. I just want to branch out and
Mm,
move with the times. You can't,
mm.
you move with the times. Some of us have been, I can't say I'm an ancient artist, but let me say, I think I am. I've come from very long. I mean, I'm kind of ancient. So obviously you got to move in with the times. There's youth out,
Yes, yeah,
they're all nice. You got to be cool.
yes.
So it's a different single. It's called
Mm.
Addicted. When they
Oh,
see,
wow.
addiction to
The way that
alcohol, why did
mm.
it is addicted to God, of
Yeah,
course.
to God, exactly. You know what? Let me tell you. I mean, you're amazing. I mean, with hymns, I love hymns, and I also, appreciate the old school gospel music, But again, there's
Yeah,
a reality, music is actually evolving. You know what I mean?
yeah,
The young ones are coming out with new sounds. You know what I mean? I think
yeah.
it's about time, because you know what, you know, mm, we want to make an impact to the current generation. You know what I mean?
That's
So
yeah,
we want to create something that is very inclusive. For youth, for the youth, for the elderly, for everybody. You know what I mean? So yeah, so our sound is so refreshing right now, and our music is growing. I think yeah. So you know what I mean? So that's where we are. Of which is, I think it's really amazing. So you're thinking out of the box and being open minded, musically, and coming up with new sounds and new approach. I mean, with your talent and your voice, you can do anything really. I was listening to your music.
yeah.
I can't box you. You can sing anything really. Trust me, you can sing any type of music and everything. It's because of your experience and your exposure. And also what I love is that you know uh, you allow yourself, to explore. You know what I mean? It's really
Yeah,
about
you don't
explore.
have me much. I don't think so. I think I'm one of the laziest people that likes like, sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit complacent because I love sleeping a lot. But
Mm.
yeah, you know what, it's, I think the versatility in the vocals is what gives me an advantage because I love singing classical.
Oh, yeah.
It's so it when that's the beauty when God has gifted people. When you're marked for
Mhm.
something, sure he gives it to you as a whole package. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
nice.
Because
I get you 100%.
beauty about God and the uniqueness about God. So when you
Wow.
see artists being versatile out there, it's because the mark that God has placed on them.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah, it's amazing. I'm really grateful to God. I must say I'm grateful to God. I think 2023 I'll be showing off my God a lot because He's
Wow.
gifted us so, and it's time. It's time. It's time we
And,
show off our God. It's really cool.
and also, I think we are so, the level of musicality, you are very musical. I mean, you're coming from a musical place like, Chokers to My Charlie, you know what I mean? You've been exposed, to those, what you call, musical productions. Am I right? So that
Yeah,
has helped you a lot. Also, for you being part of these local, not even local, global, competitions. I'm not sure if it's idols as well. You know that all of that
yeah.
exposure and experience,
Yeah,
you, you,
yeah.
you,
Different.
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So it's
stronger.
amazing. Mhm. No, it's really amazing. Who do you actually, who do you look up to musically? Who inspires your writing and your approach and like your songwriting and your singing? Who do you look up to? Who do you listen to?
Um, when it comes to listening, I love so many artists. I can't even name them. I mean,
Mhm.
when I was still little, I used to look up to Whitney Houston, Celine Dion. Those are the
Ooh.
people I had singing
Mm.
lessons. They
Okay.
it's like singing always gave me, those type of songs to sing as young as I was. But
Mhm.
in terms of Christian music, really, I listen to so many of them, and I believe
Mhm.
for me, I really decided to stick to like as an inspiration to Christ, because obviously my
Mhm.
songs always come, from the depth of
Mhm.
my story, of my
Yeah.
heart,
Mhm.
literally. So I really
Yeah, I
had to
get
start
you.
yielding to the Spirit for that authenticity, because
Yes.
I mean, I love people like Kira, I love Tasha Cobbs, I love Dunson, I love
Ooh,
Pastor Nathaniel,
amazing. Mhm.
I love
Mhm.
Victoria Orenze as well. Mainly, I think
Mhm.
personally
Oh,
because
amazing.
her
Mhm.
testimony is something else, like for me. Those are the latest people. I love Sissy Winans. I've followed Sissy
Ooh.
Winans
Mhm.
so young. I love Sissy Winans. But when it comes to songwriting and things like that, I love digging personal, like my personal relationship prayer with God, because that's where the depth of my soul, like, it comes from. That's where
Mhm.
my stories will come from. That's where my lyrics will come from. And when you're like that, you become more authentic, like in your
Mhm.
worship. You know, there's sometimes, like last week, I'm listening to this new single and I said, okay, how am I going to record this? And I was so confused, like the arrangement, everything. I was so confused. And I was like, God, what is wrong with me? What's happening this week? Honestly, I don't know what happened. That week we had prayer and fasting at church. So I think the second day, that's when my
Yeah.
mind opened up. Like the second day of fasting, that's when my mind opened up because I was in prayer. And I realized that the more I pray, even my song arrangement, everything,
Wow.
my ad-lib,
It
my
changes.
vocals, my everything depends on prayer. Like if I don't pray,
True.
so that's the kind of training God has given me, because simply He wants me to stick to prayer for everything that I do in terms of worship. That's the training that God has given me. So basically, I stick to God, my prayer, the word, and fasting. And I visit the mountains a lot, the prayer mountain a lot by myself. I drive, it's quite far. And you find me driving on my days off when I don't have my clients. I drive off to the prayer mountain and pray because I enjoy just being with God alone, the presence of God. And there you find
Wow.
I come out, when I drive down that mountain, I come out with songs. So, you know, the
Mm.
secret, lately that's been my secret. And it has been working for me. So I was like, oh, hey, this is
Mm.
working. You know,
Interesting. It's
yeah, it
I'm loving
is.
all of this. No, I'm just loving all of this. I mean, creating those moments, those spaces, So, when is the best time for you to create? Is it in the morning, or I know it's natural, but when is the right time for you? Is it at night? You taking a walk, you sitting in a shower. When is the right time for you to create? There's no formula. Is there a
Sleeping,
formula? Oh, wow,
sleep,
interesting.
dream,
So you
songs come in
dream
dreams.
about? Wow,
Songs
powerful.
in dreams. Everything that I always have to do is I have to wake up and note them down,
Mm.
because
Wow.
sometimes, yeah, I think because I feel like I'm a prophetic worshiper, because honestly, I dream the songs.
Mm.
Guys, and
Wow. It's
I
amazing.
dreamt it
Mm.
was so good. What is it?
Yeah,
And
you're
I forgot.
different. I love it. I mean, your prayer is very effective. Your prayer life is very effective, guys. Guys, you need to learn, brothers. And those
I
dreams.
dream.
No, I
Yeah,
love
I
it. I love
dream.
it. It's really
So
amazing. I tell you. No, I'm excited, guys. I do the right thing, guys. I'm still talking to a superstar all the way from Australia, the one and only. She doesn't have a sister, a twin sister. I don't know if she's going to confirm that. But what we do
no,
know, she's the only one, the original. I'm being real. Do you have a
yeah.
sister, girl? No, big real. I'm talking to the one and only, guys, the superstar. Tarisai Vushe, all the way from Australia, guys. Check out those videos. Mighty God, set me free, revive us. It's so beautiful. Who did you work with? Who did you work with? I think that actually, did you work with one producer? From your country? Who did you work with? What's the plan? Are you also planning to work with other music producers coming from all over the flat, like in Ghana, Kenya, South Africa? Is that a part of the plan?
Um, I've worked with several producers. I can't even name lots.
Mm,
If I've prayed about it and I have a good feeling about you, um,
mm,
one person who's really complacent, I still haven't done a duo with many people. I
mm,
get so many of duets and I just, sideline them a little bit. Maybe it's because the time, it wasn't the right time or anything like that.
mm,
But I love working with different producers. If I feel that, like, I love your vibe. Yeah,
mm,
that I've worked with, some of them, you won't the last one that did Mighty God is all the way is from Tanzania, and Heriel, he's absolutely amazing. He
mm.
wrote Mighty God with me. He's a Nigerian producer and writer, and he's
Oh,
not even
nice.
well known. So I
Mm,
believe, I mean, I've worked with renowned producers like Audience from Tarira and things like that, and I love working with people that are renowned. But at the same time,
mm-hmm,
sometimes the places where you find the treasures are really deep
mm. So,
underneath, where, like
mm,
into like, yeah, when I look at Nigeria, if you go out in the
wow.
Nigerian villages, down the depths of Nigeria, you
Mm,
find absolutely gifted kids, like talented
mm.
people that have not
So,
even been discovered yet.
recognize.
And then listen
Mm,
to them. you listen to the songs, you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is
Mm.
what
Mm.
is hidden, and that's still to come out yet. Those are the people I love working with. So for the next single that I have right now,
Mm.
I wrote it with a Nigerian person as well,
Mm.
and other person, but
And
the
I
song
get
is
you. Mm.
absolutely beautiful. I can't wait for people to listen to it. It's good. I'm sorry I was late this year. I was really late. I had so many things going on. My mom had a major car accident, and so that
Sorry about
affected
that.
all things. Yeah, but I mean,
Mm.
she wasn't injured.
How how
Um,
how's she now? How's she? How's
she's
your
doing
mom now?
well. I mean, she rolled 3 times in my car in a motorway. And like, if you look at the car and the person that came out, you'll be
Hey.
shocked. So it was a miracle. So I mean, it was kind of
Mm.
traumatic, both
Yes.
of us. And
Mm.
not to talk about it like
I'm
in the
with you.
public, that like even to
Okay.
family, not family
Mm.
members, no. But
Okay.
so all that kind of pulled me back a little bit
Yeah.
because I was,
I can
I
imagine.
just, yeah,
Yeah.
and time and
Mm.
things. So, but now, like I feel like I'm ready. I was like, next
Ready
week,
now.
Christmas break by fire by force before I go to the UK because I'm actually for the first time on stage in the UK next year in February. So I was like, okay, I need to do this as soon as
Wow.
possible.
Wow. It's
So
really
yeah,
amazing. Our God is able because is our source of strength. You know what I mean? You're now recovering, and now God is gonna open doors, more doors for you. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
yeah, so it's gonna be amazing, I tell you. It's really gonna be amazing. I wanna check with you, do you have a spiritual home? And then how important it is, as a music minister, to have a personal relationship, with the Lord Jesus Christ.
I've got a personal, in fact, let me say I've got a family. I really love showing off my family. I think probably I'm the
Okay.
most dramatic child that my future father has.
Oh,
Because,
interesting. I love
and,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I love showing off. So my spiritual family is the best. So we come from a lineage of Archbishop Duncan Williams, going to Prophet Victor Kusiboateng.
Oh, wow.
Father is Prophet Richard Amoy from God's Power Ministries. He's originally from Ghana. So it's a prophetic family and very, very deep. I love showing them off. I'm so sorry. I love showing
Oh,
them
no,
off.
it's okay. No, I'm not loving it. It's so much. I mean, I love it. Thank you so much for sharing the good news. You're sharing the good news. So we're here for it. It's really amazing. I love that.
I love my fathers. I love my grandfathers. I
No.
love I mean, I think my father has carried me. The time I was transitioning from secular music to Christian, that's when
Mm.
I met my spiritual father, and I decided to be housed, to be adopted by him in his ministry.
Mm.
And in the decision, my life has changed. So, I know a lot of people doubt the prophetic because there's been a lot of controversies, but I must say my family.
Mm.
I've
Mm.
never met one that is authentic and so patient as my spiritual father
Mm.
is. So I
Mm.
really love him, and I'm really grateful that he has looked after me and
Mm.
really makes sure, like, gives me direction. Is so patient
Mm.
that
It's very
we
important, that
in
guidance,
life,
you know.
yeah, and guidance,
Mm.
spiritual guidance.
Mm.
As much as he's patient, he's quite tough, but in a subtle way, and
Oh, man.
so I'm really grateful. Like, I'm really grateful. That's the home I've been in, Gospel Ministries, I think, for the last 10, 11 years. And I've never
Wow.
gone, and I'll never back
Part of
down.
with
Yeah.
you. Well, is that Pastor
Yeah.
William McDowell? Are we talking about? No, 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 no,
I
no,
have,
no. You know.
I'm still yet to meet him. I'm ministering with him in February in the UK
Car
next year.
worship
So I haven't,
concert.
yes, and I haven't met him yet. So I'm yet to meet him. I can't wait.
Oh,
This actually,
oh, wow.
and Dr. and
So
Dr.
they call.
Toomey as well. And Dr. Toomey.
I
Dr.
for
Toomey
real.
as well. Yes,
I
for
for real.
real. I'm flying, trust me.
Okay. You're on fire, can I tell you? You're really on fire. Wow, I celebrate you. Congratulations. No, that is
2023 is
big.
a hot year.
That is massive, I tell you. Wow. Because you know what, for me, okay, so the Cry Worship concert is still coming. Still coming up, right?
It's It's sold out. It is sold out.
Oh, for
The
real?
first one has been sold.
Please.
I mean, come
Wow.
on. It's
This is
sold out.
amazing, I tell you.
There's
Yo.
guru worshippers in it. It's already sold. It's sold out, and we had to add the Friday with Dr. Toomey because it
Mm.
was sold out and people wanted
Mm.
more tickets. And that one, I think it's about 80% sold out. So we're talking about
Shoo. Shoo.
that are going to be. It's going to be a serious. So those that are in the UK that haven't purchased their
Please.
tickets,
Please provide that
go.
information. I think it's very important right now. When is the show exactly? Provide the information for us currently, So that guys can still buy the ticket and support you guys. Mm.
It's at Bethel Convention Center on the 24th
Mm-hmm.
of February or 25th of February. So the Friday and the Saturday.
Oh, wow. Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Please, guys, let's support guys. Get those tickets, while you still can, 80% of those tickets are being sold out. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, you don't want to be late. So make sure you support. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fire. Dude, girl, you're a superstar. I tell you, like I've been saying this, guys, I'm talking to a superstar, the one and only. No, I'm being real. Come on. You're amazing. You know what?
So often say in Christ, yes, because you know what? It's all about Jesus at the end of the day. It's all about God. It's all about Jesus. My life is all about Jesus. I give glory to God. Honestly, I really, really do with this wonderful journey. So 23, yeah.
It's just, also want to say thanks to Royal FM, still in Zimbabwe. They've been supporting your music. Recently you were shown on Once Gospel. You know what I mean? You've done so many things, you know what I mean? And I just want to say shout out to those guys. And also, we can even talk about your supernatural encounter, one of your initiatives, and also your Mercury songbook that you're part of. You know what I mean? So you've done so much. I'm just highlighting some of the what are the highlights for you what has been the highlight for you in your career, like right now? What has been the highlight?
What has been the highlight? I don't even know. There's been so many. I just own musical that I wrote about my journey out.
Wow.
And that was this year, and we're looking to take it to LA next year. So that's another highlight. I think just those doors beginning to open up. And mind you, all these things have been prophesied by my father that this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And this was a few years ago.
Sure, and it's happening now. It has happened. Yes.
Yeah. Now it's coming to pass. And, oh my gosh, yes, actually things are now coming to pass. But when you're told those things, you're like, oh yeah, it's going to happen. Yes.
Yes, I'm with you. Yo, faith is everything. Yo. But look at you now. It has happened, our God is real. Can I just confirm that our God is real, guys? Our God is real. It's amazing. How was it like? How was it like performing with guys like Debbie Songs, MC Calvary, for the European worship? How was it like performing with those guys?
We're still part of Ransomed Worship. We just haven't. I just haven't had. Ransomed family is based in Europe, like in Sweden, and I think we're about seven worshippers in total. So turns to write, record, and release songs. And because of COVID, we haven't had time to decide which country we should meet and have a concert. But I'm pretty sure between 2023 and 24, we're starting to arrange that. And I must say, Debbie she's very young. I think she's about 23, 24 years old. Her range is something else. Oh my gosh. Like she goes to whistle. Yes, she's really amazing. She goes to whistle tunes. I don't know why Nigerians, they can sing, man. And I was like, oh my gosh. Just inspired me. And that inspires me. So she's an inspiration, Debbie. McCalvary, he's more of a writer. He writes for us most times, and he's the one that does a few vocal arrangements. And Debbie does as well because she's got more time than some of us do. and we take turns to record the songs. This year I haven't recorded much, that much, because I had so much. So 2023 I should be doing the next song, because I was due to do about 2 this year, and I just said to give me a break for now. So I love Ransom, part of the Ransomed Worship family. It's a blessing. And several artists, some are from I think Kenya, some are from Ghana, some are from Nigeria, from Prophet TB Joshua's church. So we have all from different countries. We love working together. So
it's very important, because what I think, what is so beautiful about everything is that there's so much to share. And also, it's also dealing with different personalities. It's very important, because you grow as a person. And there are so many things that you learn along the way. How to tolerate one another. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It can be very complicated. I mean, it can sometimes, but I think I think what sustains one, it's a passion, and the vision and the objectives. You know what I mean? So so it's very amazing. So also I want to check with you, how has Web Blast promotion, assist your gift to grow? What's the relationship between you and Web Blast promotion?
I think Elijah is more of my brother. How do I know Elijah? So my spiritual mom, Pastor Patrice, her dad has a church called Living Word Church, and that's where Elijah goes. So we've just become friends. We're just like, oh, brother Elijah, hi, hey Tari, do you want to have a live recording, live ministration? Oh, yeah, have a live ministration. We started during COVID. The times when people were to church and everything. Going to church, Australia was really strict. You couldn't go past 2 k's of your area.
Those restrictions, it was a reality. It
was a reality. So that's how we started. Then we continued like that. As he's the one that manages Wave Plus promotion. So Elijah's we actually did a cover song last night that he's currently working on. So we always just have times where recently we just had the BARC conference. We had, I think that was in August. He holds every BARC conferences in Gambia, different countries, in Ghana, and this time it was in Australia. So I enjoy working with Elijah. He's really good. He's originally from Ghana. So
really? Wow.
From, and he's actually I'll introduce you to Elijah sometime. You would love Elijah. He's really humble, and we work closely together. He's just released his last single. I've forgotten the title. Please don't kill me, Elijah. I'm sorry.
No, I won't. No, I get your words. Because I was part. We talk about the one who's behind Web Blast promotion, right? Elijah. Yeah, Ellie Brown. Yes, Elijah. Yes. I was part of his concert this year. Was it this year? This year, yeah, Elijah this year. Yes, I was part of his concert, Elijah this year.
You know a lot.
No, no, it's, yeah. So yeah, it's a but coming back to you now. I know you're preparing for the upcoming program, right? The one that we spoke about, yes, guys, the Cry Worship concert, that is happening next year, right? So I know, what else are you busy with? What skills are you developing, and are you planning, can you just confirm this? Can you play any instrument like a piano or a guitar? Because I saw some visuals. Can you just confirm that?
Both guitar and piano.
Hey, for real? You're a real deal, girl. You're a real deal.
That's lazy. I just, you know what? If you love singing so much, you stop focusing on other things. But yeah, I can play piano and guitar, especially when guitar is mainly when I write. When I'm writing a song and need to get some chords. Because here we've got people I've got a few friends that if I want to write something and they're very good at, can you just turn this around for me and do it this? So you tend to just be content, with instrumentation and everything. But when push comes to shove, emergency, give me a guitar and I'll I'll give you a song. Give me a piano and I'll give you a song. So that's not
Yeah.
a problem.
Because I think I saw one of the videos where you did one of the, I don't know if it's Spanish or what, but it was very classical and very musical. You know what I mean? It was amazing. You know, you no, I mean your voice is diverse. Because I tell you, it's really amazing. Honestly, like I said, I thought you're a real deal. I tell you, you're a real deal. Yeah. So when do you see your career, for the next years? Your brain for the next years.
I don't like revealing my things like that. I
Okay. I get you.
well,
I get
you know what's funny because
you. You
I'm
don't have
going
to say much. Mm, yeah.
that's all I can say is okay, just just get ready. There's a lot coming. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna say much. I really don't like
Mm,
going, all
mm.
that way. All I
And
know is
people, they're gonna be.
all I know is a new single is coming up.
Mm,
The new single is coming up. I've got the ministration in the UK, and that's happening. So let's stop at that, and then the
mm.
rest, everyone, you'll see when
People can.
it's coming. I don't really talk about anticipate, but God is doing great
Yes.
things.
No,
I'm
I
looking
love
for.
that.
There's more things that are coming. Doors are opening, and I bless God for that. That is all I can say. But when it
Wow.
comes to plan, I like being a little bit secretive. You understand?
You know what?
Yeah,
There's like
because
also.
I don't know that out there.
No, I love it because you know what I say, man. Sometimes I think I think right now I think what people can do, they can just follow you on social media. You know what I mean? You know
See
what I
what
mean.
God.
I think that. I think that's the way to go. You know what I mean? So, because I mean, people they love you so much. So, I think that what the best thing is to allow them to follow you on Facebook and because we're creating music for the people. So their support for us it's very important. Really, honestly, it's really very important. Them coming to your show, them encouraging you. You know what I mean? Because it's not easy. You know what I mean? It's really not easy at times. It's not always you feel like, highly motivated, whatever. There are times where you just feel like, this thing, whatever. You reflect, you just feel like there's so much better. I don't have something to show. There's no movement, whatever. But yeah, our God has sustained us. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, can you just give us a taste of one of your songs? One of your songs, it could be any song, like Mighty God or whatever, Set Me Free, Revive Us, so that people can actually get a feel of your voice, because
Are you
no, no,
serious?
no, but not to judge you, but you know what I mean, just to give people a
Oh,
taste, yes, for potential fans,
warning. You didn't even give me a warning. You just I
it's one of those things, I love to surprise people at times, you know me. No,
are
just
you
for a
serious?
second, just get down, one of your.
Yes.
You know what? Yeah, just just a thing, like second, whatever, just a taste for people to actually, honestly, just to get a sense of your voice and your sound. Because I can say I'm saying this freely, publicly, guys. She's a real deal. She's a good singer, like an amazing singer. So
Yeah, but
let's
when you were
confirm
singing
that.
there, I recognized you and I was out of tune when you were singing your and I was like, "Oops, I'm out." Oh, I just kind of woken up. So I do understand is I haven't even warmed up. It's
Right.
the first thing in the morning. But anyway, look,
Mhm. Just be
yeah,
you,
that's
Just listen to God and do what is in your heart right now, Stage
we
is
sing for
yours.
glory. We sing for your power. We sing all the victory. You reign forever. That's it. I'm not doing anymore.
Yeah.
That is
I can listen to that voice for the whole day. Trust me. I can listen to that voice for the whole day. I tell you, it's really amazing. So yeah, coming back. Currently, you don't have a mentor. Someone who's doing your vocal training. Do you have like a vocal training? And also, can you can you encourage someone else to have like a vocal coach or to go for those online courses, whatever, for vocal training, or to get a mentor, a music mentor, a musical mentor, someone who can do vocal training for
I,
them?
I've got a singing teacher. I've got a coach, and I haven't seen her for a long, long time. The only time I see her is because
Yeah.
I don't think I need it at the present moment. If I need it, like I will know. So
Okay.
basically, what I have personally that has helped
Yes.
me as a person, I'm a voice doctor. So if I feel like I'm not feeling well vocally, I can give
Okay.
her a call, make an appointment, and she'll tell me what to do, what remedies, what medication. If I need to go to an ear, throat, and nose specialist just to look everything's okay, those are things I use. But normally I use that if I'm touring, like with music theater, because that's when got stuff.
Yeah.
Vocal coach, one of them is Simone Waddell. She's been a friend for a very long time, but I haven't seen her in ages because I didn't need to. I only see her if there's pressure in auditions and I can't understand a certain song that I need to sing. Then I'll call her, I'll be like, can you come and play this for me? Or can I come and but I think I'm past, I feel personally I'm past having singing lessons. So I
Okay.
don't really
Okay.
have, I don't, I've trained enough. I feel like I have. I've got all I need. If I need, I can call Deb. If I need some for help or something, if I need something, Simone, but I don't need to. I don't give singing lessons anymore because I've been so
Okay.
busy. Like a lot of people have asked me, can you coach? Can you? It's just hard. I just don't have time.
Yeah.
But I
So
used to.
the time
I
is limited. Takes so much
Yeah,
of
the time is
one's
limited.
time.
I've got I think just one person really, a sister friend of mine. She's based in the UK, and I'm starting with her soon. So Minister Yeo is the only person I've taken this time. But
Yeah.
to be honest, I must be frankly speaking, I like the online courses, but they don't. Singing lessons are great face to face because you're kind of
Yeah.
working with the body.
Mm,
You're kind of
yeah.
working with the body, kind of working with the core.
Yeah.
Core
Mm,
strength, things like that. So when you have someone face to face and you really note bash on piano the notes, so you're able to be in
mm,
tune. You're singing right. You need to look at someone face to face, so that you know
It's a
that you're
practical
doing
thing.
right.
It's so practical.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
practical thing, right?
practical, but it's like medicine. You can't teach someone online. There's certain
Yes.
things you can teach online. Like singing, I like the old methods, to be honest, because the old methods are like, I mean, if like I trained like with songs like Aretha Franklin. I go way back, like jazz, 1950s, 40s, 20s music. Give it to me and I'll sing it to you well. Because the authentic, and you find people that have learned or trained with those kind of songs, they are absolutely amazing singers. You don't find them flinching. People like Celine Dion, people like Whitney, like find kids that have those kind of songs, old methods. They are actually good. So these things, online things, I'm kind of, I don't know. I know people will slaughter me for saying this, but how do you see if you don't see the person face to face? How are you going to see if they're singing right? They're using their core properly. Their their diaphragm properly. They're using it properly, like for breathing techniques and things like that. So I know a lot of people come and say, "Oh, teach me online." They're all the way overseas, and I'm like, I like my own methods because when I teach someone, I want everyone that I've taught how to sing or trained and gone through stuff with them. They've come out really exceptionally well. Some kids have done Australian talent, and they've done really, really well. I'm really happy. But it's
You
all about authenticity, not just about money.
know,
Oh yeah, line and I'll charge.
yes.
But am I giving you what you need? Am I providing you what you need? So I suggest people wherever they are, if you get singing teachers outside, you always try to face one. So online, great, you learn a bit of things, but not much.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
very
like
limiting.
gospel music. Can I say something? Like
No, you
I
can.
feel like gospel ministers, I feel like we need to invest more in ourselves vocally. I find that we like doing things on the surface and not, training enough with depth. Go for singing lesson. Even if you're a church worshiper, Go for
Yes.
singing lessons. You know, it's nice. You know, I honor people that worship. But sometimes when we go out of tune and
Yes. Yeah.
noise,
Mm.
sometimes, like,
Mm.
don't be sing lessons. God honors worshipers even if they can't sing. But sometimes if you have the opportunity to learn how to be a worshiper and not sing out of tune, invest and go for
Mm.
lessons, because sometimes when you listen what's coming out there, it's not sounding good. You know what I mean? I'm being really honest there and really mean, but you know, let's invest in ourselves. What I'm trying to
Very
say
true.
is, guys, let's invest in ourselves. Let's invest in our vocal training. It's very
Yeah,
important
true.
because at the end of the day, you know, we grow. Don't be
Yeah, true.
complacent. Keep singing lessons. Invest in it. If you can invest in nails and beauty, come on. You can pay and go for singing lessons and sound right, because sometimes, you know, you worship. I love worshipers. I love worshipers. It's all about their heart, I understand. But sometimes when you're out of tune, man, so God, my God, it's not a good.
You know, it's a contradiction. You know, it's so complicated. I understand. I get what you're coming from. I mean, I've said it and I know it's a reality. It's out.
You
But
know, I
it's
think I just feel sorry for you. Way up there.
you know,
Are
it's
you
just that
okay,
some.
Jesus? Are you
It's
okay?
just you know, it's just that sometimes people. It's just that people sometimes are being told, listen up. You know.
Like, Creative Haven is saying, I thought the Holy Spirit would take over during ministration. Oh, that's funny. No, no, guys. Honestly, on a serious note, it's a tough one. Like, you know, I love worshipers. It comes from the heart. But those that can
Mm,
go for training, you
yeah.
actually need. But
Mm,
sometimes you're singing out, and sometimes it's really irritating and it's annoying, literally. But you can afford to go for the lessons, but you're
mm,
complacent. I always say to
yeah.
people, you release a song or you release people, ministers, they spend so much money on recording, but their voice is
Mm,
not sounding right. What's the
yeah.
point of
True.
spending so much money on a single, on a
Honestly.
video, and you
Mm,
sound terrible, you sound awful, you're wasting money. So take that step, you know, by step, go
mm,
for singing lessons, and then when you're ready to record, you'll
yeah.
know that you're ready to record. But when you release a
Mm,
single, I don't understand when people release singles and they're crap singers, and I'm like, so I is everything okay up there? It's like, people should support it. I want to share something that sounds good. I'm sorry, guys, like on my profiles, like I love supporting people
mm,
and I love it. But I love sharing something that sounds good at the end
yeah.
of the
True.
day. I
Mm,
mean, if you go to record labels, they don't take everybody. They take people
yeah.
that sound good. So let's be fair. And you know, I love honoring God. We love honoring God. It's all about the heart. But why do we sometimes punish our congregations or
Yeah.
the
True.
congregations out there by sounding bad when you can go for singing lessons? Because I feel
Mm,
like sometimes worshipers, we take church for granted. Just go and sing,
true.
even if you sound out of
Mm,
tune. No, come on, invest. God wants you to invest in his ministry. God wants you to invest in his kingdom. It's a good investment, and God will honor you for that, because you're beautifying yourself for the ministry. And I feel like it's
mm,
important. Don't give your least to God. Don't give your least to the kingdom of God. And while, like, at work, you work so hard, your normal jobs, you work so hard, you invest, you put in, you know.
but you're
But at
compromising, you know?
you want to make noise for the ears, for people's ears, eh? But at work you're fine. It's not fair. I always ask God, oh God, are you okay? Are you really okay? Jesus, I'm so sorry. Woo, I love ministry. Don't get me wrong.
No, no, we share the sentiment. At times I do panic as well. I'm like, what do I do now? You know,
No,
sometimes you're not
no,
sure. Do I keep quiet? Do I make noise? Do I, concert? What do I do? Because
my, my sister is here, Samantha, and she's like, I agree. Do not punish congregants. They deserve better. It's true. am. Like, it's really, really true.
But you know what? Honestly, that's not now. It's very important. I mean, honestly, that to go for a training, like honestly, like getting a vocal coach, it helps. You know, for your vocal execution, also for dictionary. You know, there's so much breathing, all those things. You know, technical stuff. You know what I mean? So you know, it helps. You know, for it helps for a person to become a better singer. You know, and sing well. You know, and also it's very important.
You really have to practice. Do you know, like, I
Mm,
feel like when people, sometimes when people look at who I am now, they don't understand. I was raised by a single mom, and I started singing at the age of 3. And I remember every Saturday when I was still in Zim, 3 years old, I used to go for singing and dancing lessons at the
mm,
local church I used to go to when I was really little. And you can imagine the
yes.
Saturdays I would love to be with my friends, hanging out with my friends, but I'll be,
Hmm.
my mom
Going
would
for
take me for things. Yeah, so
lessons.
you look at the who I am now, and the depth of the singing and the experience. We came from a very long way. The
So
rehearsals, I didn't have the normal life that other kids had when I was 14, 15.
mm,
Because after
yes, I'm with
school, I
you.
had to do lessons, or I had to go into the recording studio. So it starts at
Yeah,
a tender age. You know,
yeah,
it's a lot of hard work. They don't understand that before I sing, I have to warm up my voice and for 20 minutes, and that's work for me. It's actually annoying. So
mm,
it's like, people, you need to understand before you compare yourselves the amount of
so
work that people have put in to be where they
mm,
are. Well, you can't
true.
just say, oh, I've met this person
Mm,
and I want to be like
yes.
this person. You need to ask them their
Mm,
experience
the
through.
story.
When you look at Dr.
Mm,
Rebecca Malope,
yes.
she's probably been
Mm,
through so
true.
for her to be
True.
where she is
Mm,
today. I
yes.
mean, Dr.
It has.
Bennett Dube,
Yes. It has been
you
a long
know,
journey. You know, you really have to invest in yourself. You also need to
really,
nurture the talent. You know, because the talent alone it's not enough. You know, there's so much
no, it's
learning.
not
You know, there's so much that goes. You know,
character.
into you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm glad that you're actually mentioning that. You're actually speaking about that freely, openly. Say, guys, yes, it's good to be inspired, but be real. You know what I mean. You know, you still need to invest. You know, in your gift. You know, make sure you get a formal training. You know, you get a mentor. You know, and then you gotta do well. You know what I mean. So yeah, I know
Yeah.
I appreciate that. It's very important. That I mean, it's like this is a constructive conversation, and it's good that we are highlighting all of these things. You know, to help the next person. You know what I mean. So it's all about keeping it real here. You know, we're not offending anybody. You know, but we are just being real. You know, it's good. We need to
No,
rectify some of the things.
I love
You know,
everyone. I
you know.
love everyone. I just like joking around with it because it's, you know,
I
it's a
get
funny
you.
thing.
I get you. I
Like,
get. I mean,
I hope people are not offended because I love
no,
I love
I get you. No, I mean, people are loving it. You know, I can tell you right now, people are loving it because it's all about being real here. You know, what I've seen, I think, what I've seen here in South Africa is that I've seen some of the churches now they're now investing, you know, into the church, like resources, you know, and into the people as well. There are some, you know. So yeah, so yeah, so if we are expecting a music minister, you know, like a gospel singer, you know, to be part of your worship team, you need to invest. You know, also you need to respect, you know, the person that you are actually inviting or bringing aboard, you know, to come to be part of the congregation. It's very important, you know, for your own reputation, you know, for your talent, for your time, you know. So people, so let me just say, the churches they need to invest. Make sure you know the sound quality, it's good. You
yeah.
know, they have music director there. You know what I mean. You don't want to come there. The sound is not honestly. You know what I mean. So yeah. So
Yeah,
certain
that's
things they need to be taken care of. You know, no, let's just be real. They need to be. You know, how do you feel? Can I ask you this question? Should
yeah.
music ministers be paid at church? Should gospel singers be paid at church
You know what? I think there needs to
for
be a
talent?
balance. There
Mm-hmm.
needs to be a balance. Um, there needs to be a balance in terms of, personally, I'll tell you what I went through. Um,
Okay,
the I
please.
Because what happens sometimes is that also ministries take sometimes if it's your home ministry, if it's your own ministry where you go and fellowship, guys, personally, I don't think people should, yeah. But when they go out and minister like that, yes. But also you need to watch that you're not too greedy, because it's very easy for worshippers, things like worship ministry, to be attacked by the enemy through things like adultery, fornication, sex, drugs, money. Those are alcohol. Those are the things that, you know, that will bring a worshiper down. Worship ministry. Those things, so you have to be really cautious and be very careful how you handle yourself as a minister personally. I go to minister at churches and things like that. I don't ask for money, but if I tell you, hello, I am more than comfortable. Still, I ain't poor. I will tell you that for sure. I ain't poor at all, not even an inch, because God instructed me that don't put money first when it comes, because I've seen I'm not sure if a church invites you, and for example, there's someone who's probably suicidal, and maybe your worship is going to change that life, and God has seen, and then they can't afford to. Are you seriously going to go because you guys can't afford to pay me $10,000? Are you seriously not going to go? And you know that the ministry cannot afford. The ministry is probably not, probably a village ministry or somewhere. Are you not going to go because they can't afford to pay you? What if there's someone there that God has sent you for that particular was going to kill themselves, the ministry was going to save their lives, or you were going to change your life? You know what I mean? So ministers, don't be too focused on money. At the same time, ministries should also learn not to take gospel ministers for granted as well. So it has to be a balance. To music ministers, speak to your God. You know yourselves. You know yourselves. You know your limit. God speaks to people individually and very differently. So you gotta be careful. As long as you know that sex is not part of it, adultery, fornication, alcohol, drugs, and you're not being affected with all those things, because seriously, that's a serious issue. And Sam is here saying people who put money first are the ones struggling financially. And I'll just ask for costs like travel, accommodation covered. Like Sam is saying a valid point here at the same time. But also ministries, there's ministries that also take gospel ministers for granted. They actually really do.
Because
it's a balance. I remember in the Lord, he was telling us one time, and I still remember. He said, music ministers, you can't just go everywhere you are asked. You have to pray. You have to pray and seek the face of God when you get all these invitations, because some of them could be even traps. You know what I mean? You have to pray, because sometimes you go to a place and you feel so tired spiritually. You've been emptied because the place is not right. So the place that you're invited, you just run to because you're desperate to be known. You know what I mean? So
that's very powerful.
It's about being prayerful, knowing what God has told you, and don't rush to put first all the time. Like it's not a good, because that destroys. When once you become, get destroyed. But at the same time, people that invite people, gospel ministries, Christian ministries out there, also don't take ministers for granted. There's some people I thought one of my friends told me, he was like, Tari, he's in Zimbabwe, he's an apostle in Zimbabwe now, and he was just telling me his testimony, and he said, I was invited by a man of God to one of his concerts, and the man of God could afford. He actually could afford.
Exploitation.
And the funny thing was, he was leaving, like, how the driver was out of the car, so his window was down. Someone, and the gospel minister went to shake the hand of the man of God, and the man of God winded his window up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I mean, really? You wind your window up when the gospel minister wants to greet you and say, man of God, you didn't even say thank you for coming, thank you for, just to say thank you, appreciate. So these are the kind of attitudes of people you find out there. People that rotten attitudes in ministry and things like that. So it's all about, balancing. At the same time, you get gospel ministers that really, like, they can't differentiate. You can't be too selective, because you don't know that village church that you've been asked,
Yeah,
someone that
true.
needs something. And so at the end of the day, it's not about money. At the end of the day, it's not about hierarchies, who's better than who. At the end of the day, we're all God's children, and we're here to do the work of God. That is why it's called ministry. If a drunk person comes vomiting in front of you and needs salvation, you're gonna pray for that person. You're not gonna say, "Oh, because I vomit, get away from me." You're not gonna do that. Come on. So we gotta have that balance. I know it sounds, I'm sounding a little bit, confrontational, but I'm just being honest. It's all about balance. Focus on money, but also gospel. Don't take ministers for granted. But if it's your home that you fellowship at, and you're being paid, I don't know the deals that should have made. It's between you and God. Personally, I don't think so. But it's between them and God. It's their choices. It depends what is like, When I'm at my church, that is my house. We do what we want there.
That
is my house. House. That is my house. I give it my all, because that's where I feed. That's where I feed. That's where I feed.
Recharge.
I get
that's where you recharge.
I'm a daughter of that house, and we do as we please. We hold, because that is our house. That is my father in the Lord. So like we that is my house. That's my home.
You grew up there. You've been there for some time. You know what I mean? Before you became a superstar. Because at times I agree with you 100%. Because I think at times, as music ministers, we become so arrogant. There's a time where we feel like, we are untouchable now. This church, they must pay me. You know what I mean? I'm a superstar now. But you grew up in church. You grew up in the church. There was a time where you had nothing. You had nothing, and the church was there for you. You know what I mean? You're using that resources. Yeah. Nobody knew you that time. Nobody knows you that time. But now they can't. You can't even serve a church because you are that. You are too big. I'm like, no. No, I can only come if you guys gonna pay me whatever. If you don't have a sound, I'm not gonna come. You are that big. So I think we need to do an introspection at some point. But again, I'm glad that we are saying there is exploitation. If you invite me for a paying job, for a paying event, the event has been sponsored. You must pay me. For my professionalism, for my time, for my talent, only if there's a budget, you know what I mean? So, we need to avoid being exploited as well, because it's there, So people, they can actually take advantage of us at times.
It's very there. Exploitation really exists, in different ways. So because you really gotta be careful, especially even the female ones, like a lot of things. We hear a lot of things out there, and just you really need to be careful, and and very very prayerful, and humility is very important. Be simple. There's nothing wrong with being simple and being humble. People will value you. People will still value you. People will still respect the oil on your life. There's, I love being simple. I love being simple. I just don't like, being overcomplicated towards people. But till date, I don't find anyone that comes and confronts me in my face to say this, that. But at the same time, I love being simple, and all I care about, what I want is to see God through me and Jesus through me. Of course, I've got my flaws. Sometimes I talk too much. Sometimes I'm a drama queen. Sometimes I'm loud. Okay, fine. But at the end of the day, I want to see Christ in me. You know what I mean? It's not about the voice. Great voice. Yes, I can sing. But at the end of the day, so what? Is that what want God, I want Jesus to be for people to know Christ. And how do I do that? Is through worship. That is my minded. That's why I'm here. That is why I'm still existing and why I'm still alive. And apart from that, everything else comes secondary, and it's fine. And I always even talk about dressing. It's great to dress simple and be simple. I didn't say be shabby, no, because I wear my designer. I wear expensive things. That is me, right?
Okay.
But at the same time, no, I'm not, because a lot of people think Christians should be poor. Who said Christians should be poor? Not be poor. No. Christians
It is
should not be
self-love,
poor.
You gotta look good. You gotta look good, It's a whole package, you know what I mean?
Do your Dolce, do your Chanel. I love doing all those. I would tell you. But at the same time, I always say when you're dressed as a worshiper, if you overdo, people can concentrate on, oh my gosh, she's dressed well, and then they forget the worship that they do. Simple, but you can still be elegant. You know what I mean?
So simplicity, just classic, be simple.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't look shabby. You shouldn't be wearing poor things. Who told you?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm blessed. Like I will tell you, I'm really, really blessed. I'm really, really blessed. Although I don't play it because I don't want chitty chats, but at the same time, I will say to you, I feel like I'm really blessed, and I like looking good. So you gotta, at the same time, you gotta know what you wear as well. You find someone is coming with a very, very short dress.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
And very tight dress. What? So, how do you feel that married man that other side is going to be feeling instead of worshiping? He's busy looking at the Come on, man.
It's gonna be praying so hard, like Lord, if you mess with me, help me out. I'm struggling, yeah.
Especially when we have accent, but why do you like putting your accent? Wait, during worshiper, how dare you?
Yeah,
Temptation away from you.
No, there has to be a way. There has to be a way. Limitations, Yeah, we gotta, there has to be a way where we just need to, look good and be decent. Look good and be simple. Look good and be, and be simple, and look good and be presentable. Let me just say be presentable, So, it's really amazing. Thank you so much. You're a superstar, guys. I'm still speaking to the one and only. I'm just gonna leave you. I know I've taken so much of your time. Yeah. Before I leave you, what do I say? What do I say? People who are still, who are still supporting your music, your career. What do I say to them? Any word of encouragement, or is there any word of, encouragement or gratitude? Is there anything that you want to say to your fans? People who've been supporting your journey until now, who've been working with you and supporting your journey.
Really, I want to say thank you. Like I've had, a true fan is really reflected when they're still there, even when you've transitioned from one genre to another.
Yes.
Like, I mean, from secular, since I was on Idol, and now I still have fans that have stuck with me, and they're still there. They haven't left.
Yeah. That's a blessing.
I'm really grateful for that. It's a blessing. That means God is in it. God is in it. I mean, and I really want to say thank you for the support. I look forward to more fans, thousands of fans joining in as we tag along, because I can see them coming, really, really coming through. What I really look forward to, I will really say this, I really look forward to, and I'm grateful to God for giving me people that are going to be healed through my music, through my ministry. Wow. I'm really thankful for that, because that's going to happen. That is definitely good. People are going to be healed through my worship ministry, a lot of them. And I really look forward to that. And in advance, I'll say congratulations that, God has answered before they've even encountered what they're encountering. They probably don't know they're going to go through all. But I'm really looking forward to that. It's an honor, that God has given me, and it's grace. I can only say grace, and I'm really thankful to God, for, granting me that favor, you know, to serve.
To serve, you
Yeah,
know?
to
Yeah.
serve, you know.
It's for the
But
chosen one. It's for the chosen one,
yeah,
you know? Yeah.
yeah,
I think,
even one.
honest, and also gospel is a serious thing, you know, we're dealing with lives, you know, we're dealing with lives. People are relying on you. People are going through so much depression, you know, people are, you know, are going through so much. So, you know, as music ministers, so we play a huge role because, you know, we give hope, you know, and our music plays a huge role. So, also,
Yeah.
like I say, I'm still saying this gospel, it's so deep, it's so personal. Salvation is so personal, you know. So, so yeah, so I'm glad that, you know, we are respecting our craft. You know, we are taking what we do seriously and professionally, and we are nurturing this gift. Oh yeah. So, like you're saying, a level of professionalism, it's about time that we're leveling up as well. You know, leveling up, and we need to grow. Yeah. What skills are you developing right now? What other skills are you developing? Maybe are you planning to be a producer one day? What skills are you actually developing right
Oh,
now?
that's me being a producer and me, I'm looking for those that want that enjoy doing that. Not at all. Like I've stopped coaching, singing. I'm just not in the mood. I'm focusing like, focusing on me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm a bit child. I'm a bit
Sorry
selfish. I
about
don't know.
that.
Nothing from
That's it.
production. No, not even. It's just too much work. Like I've got too
Yeah.
much on my plate. Like a lot of.
Mm,
I've got
I
a
know, I
book, a
know.
worship experience that's supposed to be finished very soon.
Mm,
So I really need to
yeah.
start working on
Focus,
that now
yeah.
that
Mm,
focusing on that
yeah.
to finish. So
And
it's
it's very
time.
important.
So
It's
mm,
it's time
so
management. I mean, currently right now your time is honestly it's very, very, very limited, you know? Yeah. So what
yeah,
is gospel? What do you enjoy about being a gospel singer, and what is gospel music to you? What is music ministry to you?
music ministry for me is a relationship with God and
Mm-hmm.
expressing yourself through songs. What
Mm-hmm.
your relationship with God, expressing it through songs. That's what it
Yeah.
is. And making it
Mm-hmm.
impact, using your
Mm-hmm.
story to make an impact into the world for positive
Mm-hmm.
change, for positive change in
Yeah.
salvation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. And making
So,
God known, you know,
wow.
making God. A lot of people, we think we know God, but we don't know God. We think we have a relationship with God, but we don't have a relationship with God because we can
Mm-hmm.
still do certain things and not even be moved, not even have conscience that, oh my God, I've done wrong. You don't even care. And you still can manage to walk and still be okay with it. You don't even know that today, if I kick the bucket, where am I going to go? We don't
Mm-hmm.
even, to live and to even breathe a breath of fresh air for a second is
Mm-hmm.
grace because it can stop. God can stop at any minute.
Mm-hmm.
And
True.
you can't,
Mm-hmm.
you can't do anything, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you can't do anything about it.
True.
So,
No, that's
yeah.
powerful. That's very powerful. This is the last question that I'll leave you. You know, how is gospel music in Australia? You know, and uh, also, can you just talk to us about how are you guys? Okay, let's talk about how is gospel music in Australia, and also let's talk about the local gospel singers in your area. You know, how are you guys interacting with one another? Is there enough support? Do you guys support one another? You know, are you guys growing? Are you guys expanding? You know, yeah, talk to us about that. What has been your
Frankly speaking,
observation?
in Australia, we need help. SOS. Um, if I could call an ambulance.
People are sick. Sorry
I
about that. Sorry.
no,
Yo,
no, no. No, you can slaughter me. That's why I was asking if my sister is still there, Samantha, Sam, like, because I don't know if she's still here, but
she's here.
it's,
Samantha Smagaliso. Yes, she's here.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if she's there, but I don't know. She probably will slaughter me, but SOS, we need help, kid. Am I lying or am I not lying? We gotta be honest here. We need help, Sam. We need
Mm,
help. Okay, look, the gospel industry, honestly, here is I must say it's next to dead. I don't want to
mm.
lie.
So,
I'm well because I
why?
don't know, but I feel like even the only church that really over dominates the gospel industry and is quite complacent and too stuck with each other. Is definitely one of the biggest ministries, and we need to, you know, even
I get
the
you.
Christian radio stations, they still need to
Yeah.
themselves up a little bit more. It's not just about Hillsong all the time. Come on. It's not just about Planet Shakers all the it's like me say, it's not just about Hillsong all the time. It's like you're always playing
Man.
and you're not opening your channels to other Christian
African
artists. Like I'm really
African gospel
blessed.
music, you know?
Yeah, I personally feel I'm really blessed because they play my stuff. It's because I've been on Idol before and I do Lion King stuff. So that's the channel
Yeah.
and that has for me. But for people that haven't really done what I've done, they're pretty much
it's a
not
struggle,
even.
you know?
Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
always
man.
just Hills on rotation, and I'm like thinking it's not just the only church.
So
There are a
tiring.
lot of so
So
I
tiring.
must say, because we need to improve. It's dead. I don't know if we
Okay.
offend people, and that's them, but Australia Christian music is dead. Really, really needs to be revived because yes, their media station for Christian. You need to do a little bit of more work, guys.
I
Frankly
get you.
speaking,
I
yeah.
get you.
But yeah.
But yeah, we're just gonna, you know, keep praying and crossing our fingers. You know, change is very important. You know, it's about time that we need to grow. You know what I mean? We need to open those
Yeah.
doors. You know, for new sounds. You know what I mean? Yes, we can still play hymns and play hill songs or whatever. But come on, man. Yeah. There's reggae gospel. There's reggae gospel music. There's soccer. You know what I mean? From Trinidad, and you know what I mean. There's so much. Happening. Come on, guys. Yeah. So this is very important.
America and UK are very vibrant. They're very, very vibrant, but Australia, it's like you stick to one
The
ministry
start
only and like, why are you so complacent in I'm a racial thing? What is it? What is it exactly? What
Yeah,
that
get
makes
you.
you guys think Hillsong is the only that you play songs from, or Planet Shakers or something like that? Like, come on, it becomes boring. But when you
Yeah,
see
true.
the miracles that actually occur, I'm telling you, like this is now real stuff here. The miracles that actually happen are all coming from ethnic churches. Look, people like at my church in GP, and when we talk about miracles, man, I'm telling you, like this is a
Wow.
founder from. But when we're talking about prophetic movement, if you want to see what miracles are at our
Yes.
churches, all the people that have ethnic churches that have been founded by people that are from Africa, the miracles that come from there, or
Wow.
the deliverance that is coming from all these churches hidden. But because so
Yes.
complacent, I feel like Australians sometimes they have this complacent attitude, and they don't know. They're still yet to find out and to discover that, oh my gosh, so there's actually a God that answers. Like seriously,
Wow.
they're enjoying all these blessings, right, in the land of milk and honey, and they're just like, someone is suffering with cancer out there, suffering, deathbed. But they don't know that they've not counted that God is actually there to raise up the person from a deathbed and become something. It's because you're too
Yes.
complex. If you're too stuck in your own comfort
Yeah.
and you think God is
They need to listen
only
up. Listen up.
you miss it
And,
out. And people will be buried
so,
without realizing. So that's
oh man.
one thing we have, and we're
Whoa.
still praying for resurrection.
It's so unfortunate that some of the people that are stuck, in a traditional way of doing things. This is the norm. This is what I know, and then that's it. You are limiting yourself. You're not gonna grow. You know what I mean? There's so much happening around you. It's because you stuck, with the old way of doing things. This is what I know, and this is it. Yeah. So Yeah, so, no, but you know what? I'm very optimistic. You know, it's gonna be a process. It's gonna take a while, but yeah, it's gonna happen. You know, thank you so much. It has been, guys. It has been amazing. You're a blessing. Thank you so much for your time. You know, like you said, you've got so many things going on in life, but thank you so much. You know, I really enjoyed your
Having
conversation.
me.
This conversation. You know, your honesty, your wisdom. You know, you spoke from the heart, and it was very informative. It was very educational. I was looking forward to this conversation with you. It has been amazing. I mean, Samantha can confirm this one. You know, you're getting so much love, girl. I was talking to a superstar, the one and only Tarisai Vushe, all
But
the
still
way
so
from
helpful.
Australia. I'm lady. Come on. You know, her
Thank you
music, it's
so
amazing, guys. Mighty God, you know, set me free and revive us. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Is there anything that you want to say before I
much.
leave you? You know, I think we're down here. It's just been amazing. But is there anything that you want to say? You know,
I
any
just want to
information?
say, everybody, God bless you all. And
Mhm.
yeah, I need to go and do my Christmas shopping right now. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye,
Christmas.
guys. Thank you so much. Bye, go.
Bye.
Nice. It has been
Love you
amazing.
all. God bless you.
Wow.
Bye.
Thank you so much. It has been amazing. Bye-bye, go. Nice. Thank you so much, guys. I really had a good time. Bye.
I'll
Enjoy
see
your
you.
day. Get me
I'll
those
find
shoes.
you when you wake up.
You're going around shopping. Get me those shoes. Get me those shoes.
Inbox to WhatsApp. Inbox to WhatsApp.
I'll do that.
Inbox.
Thank you
Take
so
care,
much,
my
guys.
dear.
What a super pie. Thank you so much. It has been amazing,
Thank
guys. I know what I tell you, it has been amazing, guys. You know what? On a serious note, you can just follow her on Instagram, on Facebook. You know, search for Tarisai Vushe, you know, and also listen to those songs on YouTube, guys. It's very important. Mighty God, set me free and revive us. We out of here, guys. Thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much, Samantha. Thank you so much, Creative Heaven. It has been amazing, guys. You know, and it was amazing. I feel so empowered, and yeah, we're gonna do this tomorrow as well until next week, Tuesday. You know, yeah, I'm just gonna be hearing guys, you know, coming from One Looks of Life. Tomorrow I'm doing USA, and then there's Spain, and yeah, it's Ethiopia tomorrow as well. It's packed. You know, so guys, you can follow my channel. So it's gonna be happening until next week Tuesday, and then I'll take a break for this year. Yeah, it has been amazing. I think so far we've done probably 36 countries. It has been amazing, guys. I tell you. Uganda as well. Yes, I'm gonna be doing Uganda on Saturday. Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow it's Ethiopia, and then US, and then yeah. So and then yeah, so Spain, like I said, guys. Okay, follow me on my Instagram channel, Sikobuzo Praise. Yeah. So it's really happening. Stick around with us, and you're gonna be blessed. You know. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. We out of here. I really have to go as well. You know, I have to sleep. I'm here in South Africa, and the recording gospel artist. You can find my music on YouTube. It has been amazing, guys. It was really about today. It was really about Tarisai Vushe, all the way from Australia, guys. Yeah, she's amazing. You know, it was amazing, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Go and rest. You know, take care of yourself. You know, and enjoy your day. We are out of here. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.